my soul. Yeah. Leave it all on the floor.
What's happening, people? This Inflewence back with another video. Pardon me if it's not a good sound because I don't have my mic. It's a little car chronicles, a little bit of car chronicles. We talk about COPPA, as you can see from the title of the video. I know everybody's been hearing a lot about it, and still I'm going to make a video because I'm seeing all types of different things. Some people don't understand what it is. Some people think it's YouTube, and it is YouTube to an extent. So COPPA, what COPPA is a federal law. It's Child Online Protection something act. I'm driving, so you know I have all the links in the description, and it'll be some stuff on the screen. But yeah, it's basically the child protection where they passed it in, I believe, 1998. So it's been in effect for a minute. And in 2013, I think they amended it to include YouTube and a bunch of other places. So YouTube hasn't been in compliance since 2013, I believe, or has taken those steps. So basically, they took them to court, the FTC, and it's a federal law. So the FTC is who's enforcing it, and they enforced it and took YouTube to court, and they lost, and they had to pay $170 million. So in turn, they're passing their losses on to the creators. Now, whether you think that's right or not, I think YouTube is such a new platform, even though it's been around forever, it's still relatively new compared to a lot of other stuff that is regulated by FTC or any government. So they just don't know what they're doing. But it is a big thing. Like, basically what the law says is you can't target kids. Kids is under 13, according to I think in the United States. It may be different in other countries. Anybody under 13, you can't target, you can't take their data. And this is mainly made so kids' addresses and phone numbers and stuff wouldn't get out there to whoever, it's a tough world out there, and even tougher with online. So they made this act once the internet started booming so they could not target kids. Well, what they said about YouTube is, and it's true, that they've targeted kids. They had targeted ads on kids' content, which it was never enforced. Like, you could just make content and gear it towards kids, and people do it. Millions of people do it. There's some people that are, and that's what I want to get into. There's people out there that make content just for kids, just because they know it's a billion kids that's going to watch it over and over and over again and make millions of dollars, which they do. Now I'm a capitalist. I don't see anything wrong with making money off of people, but I am a fair capitalist. But I think things should be fair, and things shouldn't be malicious when you are making money. But I believe in making money. I believe you do something to make money, you make it, you should be able to, keep it. But I do think, I believe in fair capitalism. So COPPA is basically letting them know, like, you can't do that no more. See, what YouTube was doing was just collecting data on everybody. Kids' content where they know people under 13 was watching it. So in turn, there are a lot of parties to blame for this, because they're also saying, like, there's a kids YouTube, but parents, and I've done it too, are sometimes lazy, and they just give their kids their phone with their 13 and up YouTube app because you're supposed to be 13 and up. That's the first gripe I have with it. There's a kids YouTube and regular YouTube. Regular YouTube, you're supposed to be 13 and up to have a YouTube. But I think part of the FTC's thing is just what I said. Like, they are looking at it like, well, it don't matter. Like, kids are watching this, and this is directed towards kids, whether they watch on their parents' account or on their own account that their parents made for them. But they're not over 13. You're targeting ads to them. So, and basically by losing, they were saying yes. The settlement is yes. We were doing that, and we'll stop and we'll put things in place. So that's where we are now. They're putting things in place to combat this. This is the reason why we have to now designate our creators, because everybody's not a creator that's going to watch this, but we have to now designate if we're making things for kids. Now, where the first issue is the fact that people that are making kids content, this is going to extremely impact their income. So if you're just making YouTube videos, that's your only form of income, I can understand, like, this is an issue for you. And it's a shame. Hopefully you can find some way around it. But it's definitely going to impact the income significantly, because you're not allowed to have ads, comments, likes. I don't think it shows up in the algorithm. Like, they won't show it. Like, people are going to have to search out. So not only are you losing ads, you're going to lose mad views, because your video's not going to be as popular. And I know for sure that if your video ain't as popular, you're not going to get as many ads. You're not going to get as many views. So what that means for creators like me, I don't know. I don't make that much money off YouTube, if any. Most of my money comes from affiliates. What little money I do make comes from affiliates, because I'm not over the threshold to monetize. So that it's not really going to affect me. The other part of it is the vagueness of children's content. Like, it's very vague. It's like if a child would be attracted to what you're doing, which I do a lot of toy reviews, and they're adult collectibles. On the box it says 15 and up on most of the stuff that I review. But is the FTC going to see it like that? And that's my third point. The third point is the FTC is going to start finding individual creators, because YouTube has passed it on to individual creators. That's why they have this thing now. If you designate your, like, they came to a settlement. It's like, listen, we don't want to keep getting fined. There's billions of videos on YouTube, billions of minutes, I'm sure, an hour probably. They can't police all of that. So I can kind of understand YouTube. The thing that I don't understand is that they don't have any type of I don't know if they think stuff through, because they're introducing the machine learning to and I know this video is all over the place. Like I said, I'm gonna leave links. I just wanted to touch on a few of the gists. Like, for my channel, I do a lot of toy reviews. Like I said, they're adult toys, and it even says it on the box. But is the FTC gonna say it that way? Because it's very vague. Will children be attracted to your content? Now, most of my content from analytics, I don't have any children really that I can see. I don't have anybody under 18. I'm not, so I'm sure there's other adult collectible reviewers who do have kids that watch them, depending on what it is. Also, see, I do a lot of G1, so G1 Transformers were out 30 years ago. Now, I mean, they're continually to be out, but straight up G1 looking masterpiece Transformers are not attracting young audiences because they don't even have a cartoon out right now. Now, that's the other thing. They are coming out with a new cartoon. I don't know how that's going to be, and that's going to attract younger viewers, and that may boost younger viewers to my channel and to other toy reviewers' channels. And then it may mess with me. TC is going to look at individual creators, and if they find your video to be geared towards children and you check that box saying no, you could be fined $42,000 of video. Every video, every infraction. So that's serious numbers. Somebody like me, I can't afford that. I can't afford to be fined $42,000. So I'm just, I'm more than likely not going to take that chance, depending on what it is. Like, they were to say the masterpiece Transformers stuff that I do on my channel, I think I would have a good case to say no, just by showing, like, look, the toy is 15 and up. Like, a child is 13 and lower in age, according to you. So this is not a product. Just like with the gaming. I sometimes do the gaming. I'm playing Grand Theft Auto, which is a mature game. You're supposed to be 18 and over to play it. I mean, we know a lot of kids aren't because their parents are lazy. Or they don't want to say no, or they don't care. Like, whatever the case may be, there's kids playing the game. Or the kids snuck it by, bought it themselves, who knows. However, my kid has played it. I don't want him playing, and I've told him that, but he's still gonna play. So, I mean, kids are gonna play. Kids might be drawn to the content, and that's what needs to be clarified. I think the criteria needs to be clarified, and the FTC is actually trying to take steps and asking people in the community to, like, leave comments and while they're trying to work this out. And I'll leave a link in the description where you can go to read more about this and to leave comments and to sign petitions and whatever else, because I do think this needs to be amended. $42,000 is not feasible for me. And even a big channel, that's every video. So if you got 20 videos, just do the math. Even if you're making $200,000 a year off of YouTube, which there are a lot of channels that are making that and more, if you get fined $42,000 for 100 videos, like, you done. Like, you done for the year. You done for 2 years. Like, you done. Like, I hope you got a good bank account, or you really, that's the other thing. I would implore YouTubers to be LLC'd if they're not. I know some of, I don't know how it would protect you. I mean, being incorporated and being a real business and not a sole proprietorship protects your personal items. So they may not be able to come after. It's the federal government though, so I don't know. I'm not a lawyer. I would consult a lawyer. That's exactly what YouTube says. Consult your lawyer. Like, that's crazy to me. But I would consult a lawyer about that. If you do make content, if this is just your sole form of income, and you're not LLC'd or incorporated or protected with a business, which I'm sure if you're making that much money, you are, If not, you know, you may be young and don't know, but I'm gonna tell you to get protected, because then your personal assets is somewhat protected. I think. Like I said, I'm not a lawyer, consult a lawyer, but yeah. So it's definitely a lot of changes. People are saying this is the end of YouTube. I doubt it. But the other thing that I doubt is it may be the end of content creation, or the beginning of the end of content creation, because YouTube doesn't care. That's why they implement these widespread, like, just arbitrary, not arbitrary, but just the machine learning and everything, just like with Apocalypse. Like, they can do that and they get pushback from the community. And there's people at YouTube that probably care, but YouTube is a conglomerate. They own this. Like, it's owned by Google, for one. They got all the money in the world. They're starting their live TV and their, like, really highly production videos. Like, that's what they care about. Like, they are on that. They're getting paid by that. That's what it's going to turn into. Like, this is no longer the mom and pop. Anybody can just stick a video up. And YouTube was the Wild Wild West of videos, really. It was the only place you could do this. So, I mean, there's other places now, but they're just not as popular as YouTube. So, I mean, I think it may be, like I said, the beginning of the end of the way content creators do business. But I mean, it's always gonna be a platform where you can just upload your videos. You got Instagram, you got other places that is always gonna have a platform for. But yeah, this is I would advise you to read up on it if you haven't. If you don't know what's going on, if you're hearing it all over the place and thinking it's not going to affect you, I believe it's going to affect everyone, just because of the vagueness of it. So, I mean, even if you're not a content creator, I will go to the links, sign a petition. It's going to affect you if you watch videos on YouTube, it's going to affect you in that vein. I mean, I guess we'll see what's coming down the pike. And I will get up with you. Thanks for watching. This has been a longer one. And definitely check the links. Alright?
Hip-hop, I feel, I gotta say, who am I, you might say, influence, and I spit better than most in this game, provoking thought.